Well, she hasn't been started for 2 weeks. We've got to do a little bit of clutch work. Right now, I think we've got a warped clutch, and we're going to take it out tomorrow to get that fixed. It's also going to get new struts on all four corners, but it's sounding pretty good. And with that repair of the clutch and the struts, this thing is going to be daily driver ready. It is in such good condition. But I'll kind of show you what I mean by a warped clutch. I'm going to try to show you what it feels like. I don't know if that's going to translate to the camera or not. And also holding the camera might be a little difficult to do this as well, but let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to put it into first, and I'm just going to try to go up this hill. Did you hear that little, like a little shudder? That's because the clutch disc is warped. And it shudders when it tries to catch on to the compression plate there then. But she's still fun to drive, so let's go for a ride. The car's warming up, and we're going to drive from around Charlotte up towards the Virginia border, kind of near Mount Airy. That's where the mechanic's at, and it's going to be warm while this car has air conditioning. I'm a little hesitant to use it. I don't want to blow fuses out, so it's going to be a windows down kind of day, and that's why I'm leaving early, because it's supposed to get in the high 90s today, so I'll keep you up. Well, we're about 20 miles into the trip up towards the Virginia border, and the car's doing fantastic. Probably hear it. It's just humming along. It's a 4-speed. I feel like it could definitely use a 5th gear. But for whatever reason, they didn't add one, so the RPMs, there is no tachometer in this car. I would say the RPMs are probably close to 3,000. And I'm going 65 miles an hour. But it's able to kind of keep up on the little hills without problems. If I hit a big hill, it slows down maybe 5 miles an hour. But, they call these a momentum car for a reason. And you really need to plan out things as you drive, but this car is so fantastic. It's so comfortable to ride long distances. It's really cool too, because it's people look at the car as they go by, and it's kind of fun. Or if you pull in to get gas and they want to talk to you about it, they had one, or somebody in their family had one, or they just want to know what it is and what year it is. And it's just, you don't get that when you drive a new car. It's also kind of cool because it's a fun color. That Biscayne blue is kind of fun, and the interior, is blue. You don't get a lot of that nowadays. Nowadays, most cars are black, silver, white, some shade in between. When you do see a colorful car, it's pretty cool. And interiors of cars, really, unless you go up to super expensive high-end cars, it's pretty much white, gray, or black. Maybe brown if you get into leathers. But anyway, the trip's going awesome. The weather is fantastic. I look forward to taking trips in this car every time. So if you get an opportunity to buy an old car that you think is really cool, do it. If you've got the means to do so, it adds to your life. But I used to ride motorcycles a lot. I had 3 at the same time, most recently. But my wife didn't really like riding with me. And once I moved to North Carolina, I didn't really have anybody else to ride with. And the roads out here don't seem as friendly as they did the big, wide open, straight roads in Minnesota out in the plains. So it wasn't as comfortable for me to ride even by myself. So I sold 2 so far. I still have 1 more to go. But I bought this car because my dad had a 300 turbo diesel, I think around the same year, because I was in like 2nd grade and it was only a few years old by then. And I remember taking trips in that, and it was, it's a lot of nostalgia riding in this car now. But I sold the motorcycles because nobody really liked to go with me. So I like to ride this car. My wife and I will go get ice cream or just go kind of drive around through the country. And it's so much fun just to do something like that together. I understand why people have these old cars. Work done on the car, and I just went and picked it up. The shifting is much better. There's no more chatter, which is awesome. Super excited about that. Had to stop and get fuel. I don't know if you can see the pump, but I put 11.244 gallons in, and I had 335.8 miles, so it's just about 30 miles a gallon, which is pretty awesome for this 43-year-old diesel. And that's all pretty much highway. Seem to get a little better when I'm going around the city. That's usually about 31.5, but anyway, super excited about the clutch. Smooth as butter now, and just get to enjoy a little bit of a highway ride on the way back. Should be about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I'll check in maybe along the way and give you an update. About 42 miles into the trip, about halfway, and it looks like it's gonna rain. It's pretty gray back home, so we're gonna get to see how the windshield wipers work. I've never driven this car in the rain. Not super happy about it, but I did put new wipers on when I bought it, so the rubber should be good on there. We'll find out. Well, I made it home. No issues. Windshield wipers worked fantastic, so that's good. There's actually like a delay setting on there, so that's pretty cool. Pretty advanced for 1983. The rain also beads up really nicely on my wax job, so pretty happy about that. The clutch seems to be working great. Feels better than it ever has. It should. It's new. The car, I had struts put in as well. And there's still a little bit of a clunk if I go over like a big pothole or seam in the road or something. I don't know what that is. I've had 3 mechanics look at the car. Nobody can tell me what that is, but it does ride a little smoother, a little less bouncy. So hey, so I thought I would go over what actually seems to have caused the clutch chattering that I had. These are the parts right here. So this is the clutch disc. It didn't turn out to be warped, which is good. And this is the pressure plate here. And what I found is that the radial levers, the little fingers here, were starting to wear out, which was causing kind of a spongy feel. It's not a great shifting experience, but then also, more importantly, and what the mechanic thinks it really was, the flywheel had rust on it, and it wasn't enough rust to need resurfacing, but it was enough to obviously cause some of the issues that I was experiencing. Again, as stated, once we got everything, the new stuff back in there, it feels amazing. So it feels like that's what it was. I'm glad I got this switched out, but just wanted to give you kind of a little background on what we pulled out. And I'll put some pictures in too that kind of show the transmission bell housing out. It's amazing how much grease and oil and stuff and diesel had accumulated on that for the past 43 years, and he steam cleaned it and it looks amazing now, inside and out. And then also I can show you some pictures of the rust on the flywheel, and then before and after. So that's what we were dealing with.